Upon starting the game, you are greeted with the main menu. In the bottom left, you can click the Item button to view your backpack and class loadouts. Team Fortress 2 has 9 playable characters, each with unique abilities, weapons, and cosmetics. Clicking on one of the classes will bring up their item menu, allowing you to edit their weapons and hats when you get unlockable weapons. Your backpack shows you every item that you own. If you're brand new to the game, you'll have next to nothing in your backpack. The crafting menu is for using different items to craft other items, such as weapons or hats or scrap. In the first crafting menu called Crafting Items, you can smelt weapons to make scrap metal, then scrap metal to reclaim metal, then reclaim metal to refine metal. This is the introduction to the in-game economy. The Common Items tab is for crafting specific weapons for different classes. The Rare Items tab is for crafting hats. Keep in mind you'll be unable to do this if your account is free to play. If you've just downloaded the game or haven't bought anything from the store yet, your account is considered free to play. Lastly, the Special tab is for unique items, typically Halloween items. The Mann Co catalog is the in-game wiki. You can find basically any item in here and a description of the item. You could also just simply visit the wiki page online. The Trading tab is for trading in-game items for other players' items. You can trade with players in your current server, on your friends list, or using a player's Steam URL. You can also trade through Steam itself rather than in-game. Lastly, Warpaints are skins that you can apply to most weapons. You can get them from buying crates, trading with other players, or through contracts. Once a year you'll also get a free Christmas Warpaint. The shop is the official store for in-game items such as weapons, taunts, hats, tools, paints, and more. However, I do advise against purchasing weapons from the store, as they're typically worth like 3 cents. You'd much better off trading for weapons or getting achievement items rather than purchasing them from the store. Next is the Settings and Advanced Settings. Here you find the settings for the game and specific settings for class and gameplay. We will go over more of this in the next episode, though. The new user forum brings you to the TF2 Steam forum page. The developer commentary is Valve's behind the scenes for the development of TF2. The Be a Coach button is unfortunately broken. The Workshop button is for publishing your workshop content. The Replay button is also unfortunately broken, and the Report of Bug button is for reporting bugs you may find. In the top right, we find 3 buttons. The first takes you to the Twitch page for TF2. The third is for any messages the TF2 dev team might release, and the second is for contracts. The contracts are like little missions and tasks you can accomplish while in game. The Pyroland contracts are from the most recent major update, Jungle Inferno, where the theme of the update was for Pyro, one of the classes. These contracts are for letting you test out the newest weapons for yourself, and once you have finished the contract, you get to keep them in your inventory. The Mercenary Part contracts are much broader, and you have the option to choose different weapons and classes to play, along with different maps to play on. Lastly is the Find a Game button. The first option is Casual. This is the easiest way for you to jump into a multiplayer game. Here you can choose all the different maps and game modes that are available. For now, I suggest choosing only the core game modes. The competitive matchmaking is unfortunately mostly dead, and only pay-to-play accounts can queue up for competitive anyway. Man vs. Machine is a unique PvE game mode where a team of 6 is faced against waves of robots. You have to buy tickets to play Man Up mode, which when tours are finished you're rewarded loot. However, if you can't buy tickets, you can always play Boot Camp, which requires no tickets. The community servers brings up the community server browser. Here you can filter by player count, latency, and search for specific maps that community servers are running. The training section is the in-game tutorial. Basic training gives you a very basic rundown of 4 of the classes, and offline practice is a local server with all bots for you to play against. Lastly, the Create a Server button is for creating private servers with a map of your choosing. And with that, you're a master of the menus.